Beyond burnout, understanding and solving the burnout crisis. Hello and welcome. Today we are unpacking a topic that's affecting millions of people worldwide. That is burnout. If you have ever felt completely drained, overwhelmed by your workload, or emotionally detached from your job, you are not alone. Burnout is more common than ever, especially after the pandemic. But what exactly is it and how can we address it? Let's dive in. What is burnout? Burnout is not just about feeling stressed. It is the result of chronic workplace stress that goes unmanaged. Picture a dam slowly cracking under constant pressure until it finally breaks. That's what burnout does to your mental, emotional, and even physical well being. Burnout often stems from unsustainable workloads. Imagine trying to pour water into a glass that's already full. It overflows. That's how burnout feels when tasks keep filling up with no end in sight. Lack of control. If your job gives you no say in decisions that affect you, frustrations builds. Insufficient rewards. Think of a marathon runner who trains for months but never gets to cross the finish line. Lack of community. Without meaningful connections at work, isolation sets in. Unfairness. Being treated unfairly or unequally in the workplace breeds resentment. Value mismatches. When your personal values clash with your organization's, it is hard to stay motivated. The pandemic's role. COVID-19 didn't just disrupt our lives, it amplified burnout. Workloads skyrocketed. Many employees had to cover for sick colleagues or adapt to rapidly changing demands. Boundaries blurred. With remote work, home turned into the office, leaving no time to unwind. Prolonged isolation. Months without in-person interactions eroded our sense of connection and belonging. A survey paints a grim picture. 89% said their work life worsened. 85% reported declining well-being. 56 experienced increased job demands. The mismanagement of burnout. Unfortunately, many organizations misdiagnose burnout as short-term stress and offer band-aid solutions. Yoga classes? Great, but they don't fix the root problem. Wellness videos? Helpful, but they are not enough. Imagine trying to fix a leaking roof with duct tape. These temporary fixes might hold for a moment, but they fail to address the systemic issues causing burnout in the first place. Real solutions for burnout. So, what works? Let's explore some real meaningful strategies. Number 1. Organizational interventions. Manageable workloads. Companies like Microsoft have started offering focus time blocks to help employees work without interruptions. Flexible policies. Google introduced work from anywhere policies, letting employees design their schedules to fit their needs. Reduce meeting fatigue. Shopify implemented meeting-free Wednesdays, giving employees time to focus on their task without constant interruptions. Number 2, psychological safety. Often discussions about mental health can make huge difference. For example, a tech company CEO openly shared his struggle with burnout, encouraging employees to do the same. This fostered a culture of understanding and support. Number 3, empathetic leadership. Great leaders listen. Imagine a manager who says, "I notice you have been quieter lately. Is everything okay? How can I help?" Small gestures like these can make employees feel seen and valued. Number 4, strong personal connections. Relationships matter. Think about how team building activities or even casual coffee chats can rebuild connections and combat isolation. One company introduced virtual water cooler session where employees could chat informally during remote work, preparing for future crises. If the pandemic taught us anything, it is the importance of planning ahead. Organizations need to establish burnout prevention strategies, such as setting realistic goals and offering consistent mental health support. Develop communication protocols for crises, ensuring transparency and trust. Cultural and systemic change. Addressing burnout is not just a quick fix. It requires systemic change. Leaders must prioritize employee well-being as a foundation for business successes. Companies like Patagonia have shown that when you invest in your employees' well-being, you create loyal, motivated teams. Their policies like paid sabbaticals and outdoor breaks prove that prioritizing people over profits leads to long-term resilience. The bottom line. Burnout is not inevitable. It is a call to action. For individuals to seek balance, for leaders to show empathy, and for organizations to prioritize people over processes. By addressing burnout at its roots, we can create healthier, more sustainable workplaces. So let's not just survive work, let's thrive. Thank you for listening and see you again. Bye bye.